be talking to you guys about special needs students. My first topic is going to be about the specific program that they are in because of their specific disabilities. The second thing that I'm going to talk to you guys about today is how they learn differently, as well as how they are treated differently than general education students. And then the last thing that I want to talk to you guys about today is the specific organizations that they have for these special needs students. So I currently work with special needs students at a high school, and so I get to experience it one-on-one. And so it adds a little knowledge to what I'm going to talk to you guys about today. So my first topic is the specific program. The name of it used to be MCSDD, which stands for Mentally Multiple Challenged Severely Developmentally Disabled, which is now called FLS, Foundational Functional Life Skills. These students have what we call intellectual disabilities, such as Down syndrome, blindness, retardation, and students that suffer from grand mal seizures, as well as fetal alcohol syndrome. And so intellectual disabilities impact your speech, adaptive functions, behavior, and cognitive functions. These students often cannot communicate like you or I would, and so their intellectual disabilities range from moderate to severe. Moderate students often can't really speak, and if they can, we don't really understand what they're trying to say. So we have technology that speaks for them, or they use pictures to communicate what they want from us. Students that have the severe intellectual disabilities communicate by pushing or grabbing or pinching or taking what they want. And so this often becomes a problem when they're trying to communicate with the people around them. Which leads me to my next point, which is how they are treated differently, as well as how they learn differently than general education students. And so I'm going to start with how they are treated differently. I'm going to use hitting as an example. General education students know that hitting is not okay and it's not acceptable anywhere, whereas special needs students don't always understand that because of their intellectual disabilities. When it's severe, they definitely don't understand that that's not okay. I mean, you can yell at them, or not yell at them, but you can be stern with them and tell them that that's not okay. Sometimes they understand that, but not always. And so you can't really discipline them the way that you would with general education students. And so I'm now going to go into how they learn differently than general education students. General education students can read, write, and spell and do things like that, whereas special needs students can't really read, and if they can, it's maybe their name, and that's for the moderate intellectual disabilities, and they usually can't really spell. And so when they're spelling their name, they usually just use the first letter of their name. As far as the severe intellectual disability students, they cannot read and they cannot write. Some of them can't even really talk at all. They don't have any form of communication as far as vocals. So general education students usually spend their day going to reading classes, writing classes, and math. They know how to multiply, subtract, and divide. Whereas general education students or special needs students don't do those things. The moderate students spend their day trying to master their name, master colors, and master the name of objects, and the severely intellectual disability students spend their day using pegboards with the purpose of trying to learn how to manipulate objects. That's how they spend their day, because they cannot identify the name or anything like that. And so the last thing that I want to talk to you guys today is about the organizations that they are in. My favorite organization that they have for special needs students is called Lifelong Dreams. They have classes such as dancing, singing, art, photography, and media arts. They do have a website, and on their website it says that it's a local nonprofit organization that helps children and young adults with special needs learn to express themselves and their dreams. Their goal is to provide an environment that reflects their capabilities and not their disabilities. I like this organization because of that fact. They don't care that they have their disabilities, no matter what type of disability that it is. They just want them to fit in and feel comfortable with who they are and not feel like they can't do this or do that because of their disability. If they have students that don't specifically like the classes that they offer, they always find something else for them to do, such as do the lights when they have their recitals. And they have the recitals where their friends and families can come and see them having fun and coming out of their shells, which really warms my heart because there's not many places that they offer them or allow them to do things like that. And it's a good thing for them to be able to be who they want to be and not worry about their disabilities. And so with all this being said, I hope that I informed you guys on something new and I helped you understand what these children really go through during their days and through their life. And yeah, thank you.
That was good, Alexis, that was really good.